Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, I am over inside Crushbone with my not my Shadow Knight, with my Paladin, who's level 10, and I'll show you he's about a little bit more than 2 bubbles in, which is pretty good. And we are the pooler over at the wall. So let me see. Wish I had some. I don't know what they're talking about. We're gonna pool this stuff over here. Now most of the stuff here is green, but it still does offer experience to me. And basically a lot of it, which isn't giving experience, is giving off loot still. So it still comes out ahead to hunt over here and get some of those belts. And I am spamming my taunt button, but it's just not good enough with the damage we have here. We have a ranger and we have a rogue. And yes, they do some decent damage together. The rogue mainly, but the ranger is higher level. And so just being higher level alone, let's go ahead and pull this guy as well. Give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. And then we will get that Lego there in a second. Let's see. Yeah, because the Lego is going to give us experience for sure. And it's going to give some of them experience, which they may not be getting out of this because the Ranger, like I said, is level 14. If I'm barely getting experience off of it, then chances are she's not getting anything. So I want to pull higher level creatures. So I'm going to pull the Lego, and then I'll work my way inside the main room in there just to get a little bit higher level creatures, a little higher level orcs. Because again, you know, if she's not getting experience, maybe she won't stay for very long, and that's gonna suck. Because it's nice to have her in there. It's nice to have. Well, I mean, like if you have a higher level person in there and they're getting experience and they stay longer, they're going to be doing more damage to the ones that they may not get, and plus you're killing higher level mobs, so you're getting more experience for it. So you do definitely want to make sure that you keep high level people in there, even though they are somewhat taking the experience away from you, because again, the higher level person will get more experience in the group than say the lower level person. And wow, or Ranger's holding better aggro than I am. That sucks so bad. But I did get better at taunt by at 52. Never had the pleasure. I had a great thing though. Oh well. I don't know why they had to be talking about stuff like that. Sorry guys, don't read that text. In fact, let me just go ahead and shrink that down. I don't really need to have it up for now. We'll go inside. Dang it, I do have to have it up because I gotta pay attention to what they're saying. Stupid people. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get this guy because I think he'll attack regardless. Let's see. Okay. Why do I have to read that crap? Okay, we're gonna kill this guy. Then I'm gonna go inside the door. I just didn't want to get any extra ads because again, even if he leaves us alone right now, when you go in there and pull other mobs, there could be a chance that he will aggro just because you're killing the creatures next to it. What level is this guy? What's he doing in here anyways? What level is he? I don't see him here. Oh, he's the anonymous. Yeah, he's probably a high level. Let's see. Somebody in here? Yeah, he is. Okay, well, I guess we can't go in there. That guy has that room camped. So stay out here. Okay, well, if we come over here, there usually is a somewhat higher level creature. The Lego and the Oracle are always both nice ones to get. And I'll do one more. Just for good measure. Oh wow, this is gonna be a tough one. No! Get off of the cleric. Stay off of the cleric. Now we really need to kill this Oracle first. Oh man, come on. Duh! I can't believe I'm gonna kill the group by pulling that nasty stuff. I do have lay hands. We should put that up real quick. There we go. It should be back by now. Oh man, we're not doing near enough damage, I don't think. And I didn't even have my attack on. What an idiot. Dang it. I need to pay attention, guys. Hold on 1 second. Man, can we do it? Our cleric's keeping up with it pretty good. Once I kill this Oracle, I'm going to switch to the Centurions, kill those off real quick. Because again, they're sitting there hitting our cleric, which means he can't meditate. Which means we may not survive just for that reason alone. The only reason I'm killing the Oracle is because he can blast. And he usually goes after the cleric, which you guys can can see for yourself when you watch my videos of me playing over here with my cleric. You know, those oracles were a friggin' nuisance, and that's why I'm going after them first. Kill these things off. Get it off of the cleric. He can sit there and meditate, and might be able to get a couple more heals, although he looks like he's doing pretty good on power. Like, he's still healing after all this time, which means he was probably at full power, and now he's going to be at nothing. And it takes a very, very long time for them to get back up at this stage of the game with their power. And that's why he's just doing melee, because he can't sit down. They won't let him. Although he may have got sit aggro in that situation. Like, he sat too close to the fight. But chances are he built up quite a bit of aggro during that fight. So yeah, he probably wouldn't be able to sit down right now. At higher levels, you get better, efficient healing spells. And therefore, you won't have to heal as many times in a fight to be able to do even more healing than you already just did. And therefore, you'll get less aggro. And therefore, you can just, you know, cast a spell here and there. And you won't have to worry about it. You can kind of sit down. Nice job. Let them get the loot. I don't really care about it. Ooh. Thank you. What is that? What did he just give me? Where is my... Let's pick this up. And then we will put this down. And destroy that. Okay, well, let's look at this. What is this? 12 AC, which is probably better than the one I have. No, it's 15, but it weighs less. And it has nice severe resist on it. And then Crushbone shoulder pad. I don't know about that one, to be sure. I mean, resist is nice, but the lower AC kind of sucks. I got belt and pad. I'm out till I get one. I'm not looting. Go ahead, headache. I'm not in the mood. Belt and pad for me. Okay, so... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use... I don't know, guys. I really don't know if I should use that one. It's nice that he gave it to me. I wish I could have just declined on it now that I'm looking at it, because I'm not... Can a Shadow Knight use it? He can. Dark Elf? Yeah, Dark Elf. That might be better for my Shadow Knight that I'm looking at. I don't know. I mean, if I find somebody else here who can use it, I'll give it to them, so... In fact, let's ask one of these guys if they can use it, since we have a long combat anyways. There we go. Let's see what they say. I should just inspect them, but I have that turned off. Hopefully somebody will say yeah, because it does weigh quite a bit. I'm wearing one. Maybe they drop here. Maybe that's why he gave it to me. Not I. It's vendors for 19 platinum, though, I think. Well, I mean, I don't want to vendor it. I'll give it to some newbie out there rather before I vendor it. That would just... that would suck. I mean... Yeah, you want cash at this stage of the game, but you also want to be nice to other players. Okay, I'm gonna go off and pull now. Yeah, nice cash. I guess I'd rather help somebody else out rather than get the cash. You know what? I might be able to grab this guy in our group, see if he wants to join. Hopefully he does. If he does, get him. Oh, she was getting the Warlord. Nice. Okay. Well, we already got a Centurion on our Cleric, so let me go ahead and taunt that off real quick. Okay, it's on me now. We'll jump back on the Warlord where everybody's at. If I can select it, there we go. And we will go ahead and start taunting, though. What a monster. Yeah, he has a lot of hit points, and he hits pretty hard, so... You do kind of have to concentrate on him a bit. Dang it. Go ahead and grab this off of this guy. Come on. On me, punk. Get off of our Cleric. He needs to meditate. Come on. There we go. Well, he's dead regardless. Back on. Trade to auto attack. Who is this guy? What level is he? See if I can figure it out during the fight. He is a 16 druid. I don't know if I would get experience with him. 16 is pretty high for a level 10. Maybe if I was a level 11, I could get away with it a little bit more. I think 6 levels might be fine, but yeah, that's still quite a bit. And he may not get experience from like 90% of the stuff we're killing here. Like 16 is high to be in this zone regardless. Like I don't know why he's still here, other than to get inside the main room in there. That's where he could really, you know, shine and get quite a bit of experience, I would think. Guess we could try inviting him. See how it goes. He might join, he might not. Because we invited the other guy and he didn't join us either, so let's come over here and kill this thing. Come on. We got two incomings. And no, he did not join, so maybe he's just hanging out over here. Maybe he's regenerating his life, or he's going to sit and meditate for a little while. Or maybe he's just looting what's on the ground. Which, I guess he's just taking what we don't need. Which is fine. I guess that's not too big of a deal. Oh man, it's on the cleric again. I'm glad she's over there killing it. Come on, die. And I'm not doing the greatest job as pooler. Like, I should be pooling a whole lot more than this, but I'm kind of... You know what? I forgot that I should have flash of light on. That should help with my aggro. And I should do that after this fight. Let's do that. Let's put incoming on. Man, I can't believe I was doing that. Do I have it on? I do have flash of light on. I should just be using it. I have it up already. So spamming this apparently should be able to get me all the aggro on me. Although, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess I don't really want the aggro always on me. Any of y'all want so? Or my general level 16 buffs? Yeah, so would be nice. Or Spirit of the Wolf, I should say. I like Sal, please. Yeah. All three. There you go. You should all be happy. I never heard back from any of you whether you wanted to, or if that even annoyed you, hearing, you know, Sal or so or Spirit of the Wolf, or if you even cared one way or the other on that. So I guess you don't, because if it really bothered you, I would have heard by now that yeah, definitely say all three, or no, you should just stop and say this one. So yeah, I hope I don't train that guy. I don't think I will. But if I did, it'd suck for him. Okay, so I got 3 guys incoming. Actually, just 1 emissary, but I do got 2 centurions. I went ahead and just did another emissary. Because, you know, even like 3 centurions probably wouldn't equal an emissary. But just pushing the button again will let them know that there's more than 1. You getting belts? Nah, I don't need belts. Weigh me down too much. And I got plenty of them while I was soloing. Because before this episode, I was just kind of running around soloing for a good 35-40 minutes. And there was nobody here. Like, I just could not find a group to join. So that's all I really had left to do, is to solo. And I thought, you know, I'll kill all these greens that were actually still giving me experience at level 10. And I'd go ahead and pick up the belts that they were dropping, because the belts that they drop over here are just freaking amazing for experience. All the way up to around 12, maybe even 13, 14. You could still make it worth your while. Past level 15, you're going to run into the issue where you'd make more money off of those items selling them than you would experience turning it in, versus getting a really, really good item and then going off and leveling really quickly, because now you can take on yellows and you can take on reds and you can go to a zone that you shouldn't be in because you have more power, because your items are better. Really, really good items, you know, that you're going to make off of that kind of cash. Because they sell for about 2 to 3 platinum nowadays. At one time, the belts were like 10 or 12 platinum a piece. It really fluctuates quite a bit based off of who's playing and whether, you know, they're... Oh, I'm not going to get this guy. Orc slavery, yeah, we are. You know, like, who's playing and if they're starting new characters. If they're starting new characters, you'll find that a lot of people who have come from a higher level character don't have really the patience to get past the first like 5, 6, 7, 10 levels because it's so slow and you can't really group all that easily. You know, like Crushbone is kind of a rarity that you can come over here so soon. You can get in here about level 5 if you're lucky because you can get experience from it and you can group at level 10. And yeah, so it's really nice to do that. But if you start pretty much anywhere else, there's not a fantastic zone where there's always people on to group with. So I don't know if I want to. I guess we can get this extra one. Oh, come on, stop being stunned, you little wimp. Let him know a second one's coming. Not a slaver, but just a centurion. But he was ready to attack, and he was obviously high enough level to do so. Whereas the other one, oh great, this is not going to end well. Where are you? Don't be training me. I don't like it when they don't come right away. That means they did something they weren't supposed to do. You know, they went a different direction or something like that. You definitely don't want to see that. Because when they go a different direction, they have the chance of basically aggroing other people, other mobs that weren't supposed to be. Be pretty nasty if you're not ready for it. Or even if you're ready for it, there may not be a whole lot you can do because it's just too high. Too many high-level mobs at one time, and you know, your group has a maximum. Every group has a maximum. It may be, you know, 3 mobs at once, or it could even be 10 or 15 mobs at once if you have an enchanter with you or a necro or something that can kind of negate some of the extra adds. But at some point you're going to reach it, and you're probably going to reach it long before you want to, because yeah, you may technically be able to do like 15 on average, but try getting 15 when you're not ready for it. And it's a whole different story, because those first few hits can mean all the difference to a cleric who's not ready to do a complete heal so quickly. Like, when you have 15 mobs incoming, a lot of the time I won't use complete heal because the tank won't survive that long unless you have a really good tank. And so I will use, like, superior heal or something like that. Oh, crap. Let's go ahead and take this back. And I don't know why I was getting lagged there. Internet, I guess. But yeah, so I'll use like superior heal, and I'll get it ready the moment he walks in the door. I'm ready to cast, or even before he gets into the room, I'm already casting it because I know we got a good enchanter, and she'll mez it or he'll mez it long before it even gets that first hit on me because we're ready for it. But when I'm not ready for it, and he comes through the door, and I'm ready to cast complete heal because he's pretty low on life, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And then all of a sudden he's almost dead, and I gotta switch, you know, like midstream and actually duck out of my complete heal and go to supreme healing. Sometimes he doesn't survive. Like, that extra 2 or 3 seconds could be the difference between the group living and dying. So it really does pay to let your group know what's coming. Like, even if it's not that big of a deal, just get them in the habit of knowing, because they can plan for it in ways that you don't even think of, and ways that you've long since forgotten about. In fact, let me keep using flash of light. That really does work. Like, you just use flash of light, even when he resists the spell, it just, boom, aggro every single time. I don't remember paladins being that great at aggro. Like, I remember them having issues back in the day, so I don't know if that was a spell that they all, you know, like, changed later on in the game to make it weaker because it was just too overpowered, or what. But yeah, I don't remember them being that great at that. So let's see, we're gonna come across here. We got the Taskmaster right there. He does drop some pretty good loot for a low level. You have some earrings and things, I think. Let's see, these guys are going to be in here. They're just Centurions, but we'll go ahead and pull those guys, 3 of them. Let the group know. Maybe 4. And they already had 1 here. You know, if you're somewhat of a tank, if you're like a rogue or a bard, and I hate even saying somewhat of a tank on those because that's just ridiculous, but if you're somebody who's going to be attacking, like you're the guy who jumps on it more, say, than the cleric or wizard will right off the bat. You know, like the wizard may want to kill the creature, but a lot of the time the creature hits real hard, and he just will not attack until somebody has aggro. But if you're, say, a rogue, you'll still attack because you can take a few hits, you know, better than he can, and you're so used to just jumping on the mob the moment it pops up that you just do it out of habit. So when you see a mob pop in the room, have a hotkey that says, you know, repop or something like that, to let the tank know. Now, he should be paying attention to that, but sometimes they forget. Sometimes, you know, the pulls take longer than they're supposed to, or the fights are going slower because somebody went AFK or something like that. So, you know, just help him out and let him know that, hey, it repopped. If you haven't pulled something already, go ahead and come back. And chances are he hasn't, because he'll let you know when he's pulling if he has his little incoming button. And so if you can catch him before he does it, although I've had it plenty of times where somebody will be like, repop, right at the exact moment I pull like 4 guys. And so, you know, I'm like literally already clicking the button before he does, or at the exact same time he does, and mine just happens to land after his. Okay, or you can just walk around and smack everybody, including my cleric, you little punk. Leave my cleric alone. Leave my elevator alone. Come on. Yes, attack me. You little punk. I hate it when they attack the cleric. A cleric is very unforgiving to a tank who can't keep aggro. Like, he notices that big time. And he may not say anything, and he may not do his healing any differently, but he'll remember that when he's looking for a group and be like, you know, I don't know if I want to be in a group with that guy. And I'm going to go to the other group simply because it's going to be an easier time. Like, I feel lazy today, so I'm going to go over there. Low on mana. Okay, well, we can hold off a second. I'll go ahead and heal myself up a little bit. And it's nice that we have a ranger who can heal and a paladin who can heal. That does definitely does help out the cleric a little bit, and the cleric's pretty low on life. Now again, I don't really normally suggest ever healing up the cleric, but in a situation like this where I'm the paladin, like my power really doesn't matter all that much as long as I can keep aggro. So I'd rather heal up the cleric and have a better chance of him surviving, because if he dies, then so do I. Like, right after he's dead, I'm dead, because nobody's there to heal me anymore. And so, yeah, I would rather be very low on power and just have him at close to full life than me have all this extra reserve and then have him die and be like, well, now that he's dead, all this extra power doesn't do me any good, because there's no reason to taunt it off of anybody, because the one person who really needed it off of them is already dead. So, yeah, you do have to decide at times what's more useful to you. And this gave him a little bit of time to heal, or not to heal up, but to med up. You're next for pad, so. Okay, well, we got some legionnaires over there. We got an orc pawn over here. I'm just going to run over here and kill the orc pawn. Should be able to one-shot this thing. Let's see if we can do it. One shot. Yeah! Ponage, baby. Oh, my God. I can't believe we just did that. Let's see. We're not going to one-shot this guy, but we'll get him. It's a nice, easy fight to kind of ease us back into combat. I can go over there and I can pull the Legionnaire, but he's a little bit tougher. Like, he'll hurt, and he'll require maybe a heal or two, depending on how many guys we get. Now, Centurion here will probably attack as well. Let's go ahead and grab that. Ooh, we got 3. So 3 guys incoming. Hope he has enough power for this. I doubt it. I'm gonna kill out the Centurion first, because he's very, very easy to kill off. And then go for the Legionnaire, so that, yeah. So he didn't run after my cleric. Stop it. Here we go. Taunt me. Taunt me, punk. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to be on side over here. It's the little dwarf with the helmet. You know you want to hit me. There we go. I think he actually was hitting me. I was just through him. And I don't think I was actually attacking, was I? Yeah, I actually was attacking, but I was literally standing like right on top of him, so it still looked like he was attacking the other guy. Okay, and our cleric's gonna go AFK to get his soda out of the freezer. Wow, that's dangerous, dude. Dude, you do that for too long, just a little too long, and that thing is gonna explode inside your freezer. You do it a little bit less than that, and you go over there and open it up, and you still may get that explosion, but you do it just right, and it's actually pretty cool. When you open it up, you'll see the air in the inside reacts instantly to the air outside, and it's usually warmer here, and there's a lot of humidity, so you'll see this little trail of smoke coming out of it, which is kind of cool. And then it's just ice cold without any of the dilution of the water to affect the taste of it. And I don't really drink sodas all that often. In fact, the last time I drank a soda, I think, was probably like, I don't know, like 5 years ago. I mean, yeah, that's no, I just don't drink sodas anymore. But I have very fond memories of it when I was a kid because I think a lot of kids still drink. So I don't know, do they? I mean, I got into like Gatorade towards the end there when I was in football, just because when you're outside and you're sweating all the time, you have to have that water constantly coming into you. So for me, I was very used to, because I grew up here in Houston, and it's just like 98% humidity all day, every day, and so you get very, very accustomed to drinking. Okay, he's back. Water, whether you're doing anything or not. And I see a lot of the time, I talk to other people who live like up north and things. I talk to them and they're like, you know, for whatever reason it comes up like I'm getting another cup of water or something like that. And they're like, geez, how many cups of water do you drink? And I'm like, I don't know, 6 or 7 in a day is about the average, I guess. And that's pretty much the norm of like how much you're supposed to drink for an average person. But I hear some people, they don't drink anywhere near that amount. I'm like, well, you got to remember, think about it this way. Go to the gym and work out on the treadmill in an AC building for about 20 minutes, and when you're just drenched from head to toe in sweat, imagine that's how you are when you're doing nothing. And that's the kind of humidity factor we got here. So when you open up, you know, that can, it reacts instantly with the moisture in the air and the fact that there are different temperatures, and it's pretty cool. But like I said, it's a different climate than what some of you guys are used to, and I wish it wasn't that hot. It's not like I'm bragging and being like, oh yeah, this is great. I love sweating all day long, every day, unless I'm inside of a building with AC. No, of course not. Like, I like being comfortable. I like that 72 degrees, or even a little colder actually, where I have to put on like a sweater or a jacket or something like that. Usually sweaters I find more comfortable than anything else. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that's how I am, and that's how I like to play this game. But again, if I get it too cold, I don't know how other people are. I know it's like a natural part of our biology that when it's really cold, you kind of like shut down, you go to sleep. I do love that feeling. I love to go to sleep because I have a hard time doing it most times, which is why I'm playing at like 3 in the morning right now. Just because, you know, I can't sleep a lot of the time, and video games allow me to still entertain myself while I am up. Before video games and before, like, you know, movies on demand and things of that sort, some of you may remember, you know, info commercials, horrible, horrible commercials that they are, were pretty much the only thing that was on late at night. Like, that was it. If you were, you know, tossing and turning and you couldn't sleep and you wanted to get up, the only thing you could find are these stupid commercials selling blenders. And that's not all, folks. And they would always throw extra crap in and be like, yeah, well, I didn't want the beginning thing. I don't care about any of the extra crap you threw in, and now you're going to charge me 20 easy payments of, you know, $10,000 a piece. It's ridiculous, and it's just, that was what you had to watch, or some weird soap opera in another language that you couldn't understand. So now with video games the way they are, and 24-hour, you know, coverage of the internet so that you can download and play any movie that you want to play, it's amazing to be able to do that. And so that's usually what I do with my downtime when I'm having one of those nights. And again, this is kind of like one of those things where, you know, it's inviting the wizard, invite San. Where is he? Grab this guy. If I was paying attention, I would have done that a lot sooner. I did invite him, so there we go. Oh man, who's leader? And it's probably too late. I don't really even need to get the aggro at this point, but because I clicked off of him for so long, it took a minute to reacquire, and I lost my aggro there, and I didn't get back to it in time. So I do apologize for it, guys. I am not the best Paladin in the world. I'm relearning how to play my Shadow Knight, but when it comes to the Paladin, the things that you need to do are not second nature to me anymore. And a lot of the stuff I know about turning the mob is really hard to do when you don't have the aggro capability to hold on to the enemy. It makes it where you kind of just have to concentrate on keeping the mob on you rather than doing some fancy stuff with it, which turning the mob is not really that fancy, but it is something that you'll find that tanks who are not very familiar with their class don't do very often. And I haven't really talked too much about turning the mob, but the reason you want to do that is, one, if you turn the mob, the rogues and people who have to backstab don't have to then go onto the other side of the mob and attack it from that point, which can be very dangerous, because if you pull the mob into a room, and that room is very, very close, or the door is very, very close to where you're fooling it, then he has to get very, very close to the door to hit the mob because he's on the opposite side. And because he's doing that, if there's something on the outside in the hallway or whatever, it can aggro in through. And you definitely don't want that. You don't want him picking up aggro because, you know, you didn't pull it in enough. And you'll know if something's out there. You'll know if you need to be very careful or not. And, yeah, let's get the Oracle first. But yeah, it's just nice all around. Plus, anybody else, like a bard who doesn't necessarily need to be in the back, can still benefit from hitting the back, because again, when they hit the back, the creature has a lower AC, just like you do, and you have a greater chance of your spells landing, and your attacks landing. I don't know about the spells, but I know your attacks. And he blinded me. I hope he's still on me, but I can't see anything, so I'll have to wait. Really, the only thing that gives you an idea that you're not completely, you know, in the dark where your monitor has gone dead is you can see your mouse. Like the little arrow that is your mouse still stays on the screen. So if you're paying close enough attention, you won't freak out too much. But yeah, it is definitely disconcerting when it happens. Come on, die already. Not me, but the little creature. Come on, Oracle. There you go. And he's low on mana. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take a little break here. And I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Again, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoy these episodes, please hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. So make sure to leave those comments down below. I'd love to know what you're thinking of the character so far. I am playing him pretty horribly, so please don't hold that against me again. I am basically a noob when it comes to this guy. Like, I'm a level 10. That's the highest level Paladin I ever played, so please, you know, bear with me while I learn and relearn how to pull and just become better at it all around. And I definitely am going pretty slow here tonight. Probably, like I said, because it's late and I'm just kind of doing it halfway with the commentary and things. I think at some point, like I said, with my cleric, we're going to get to the point where I have to fully concentrate on playing my class, especially like during raids. So I will just record the episodes and add commentary to them later, I think is the best way to go about it. But when I'm recording them, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and stream them onto Twitch. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know. If not, then I will just record them and instead of putting them up on Twitch, because that is a little bit extra work. Silly pie. Okay, we got 2 guys. Maybe 3 here. Yep, 3. Marks are, oh, great. And he was low on power, so I probably shouldn't have pulled. But I do have Lay of Hands, so I can go ahead and use that if I have to. And if I get down to 40%, that's exactly what I will do to give the cleric a little bit of chance to rest up, because that's my bad. I pulled when I shouldn't have. Crap. Come on, get him. Get it off of him. There we go. Okay, well, he died anyways, but... Wow, we killed really quickly. Adam, man. Okay, so I'll hold up. Sit back down. And again, guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time.